Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is Scott from the Northside Game Crew. Coming at you today with another video. I'd taken a few days off just to have a weekend, so I thought I'd start out strong and start the week off with a new video series. And this one is going to be the factory. I've heard other streamers say that this is the most difficult monument in Scum, and actually for me it's like one of my most favorite ones. So I thought, hey, why not? Let's make a video about how I get into this place and how I get around it, and different areas that I like to loot versus the areas that may not have very much loot, because there are some areas that look appealing but really just don't have very much going on. So without further ado, let's get into this place. So how I enter is in that hole right there, and I just come into this building. And this building itself has actually one pretty decent loot spot, which is right here in this room. So it's a good place to start. I didn't know this room existed for a while until I accidentally ran into the building. Like I said, I actually really haven't played this game in a while, so everything I'm doing right now is kind of wrong ammo. Is kind of just a refresh for me, because it's been a good 6 to 9 months since I've even tried to do the factory. So let's give this a try and see how it goes, and hopefully you guys can pick up some of the tips and tricks that I used to navigate this area. Well, there was just like a whole lot of nothing in there. Yeah. So there are a couple floors in this building, but like I've never found anything that great anywhere else besides this room. So we're gonna move on to another location. Let's just check out this room just in case. Yeah, but like I said, most of the rooms in this building kind of look like this. They're old office spaces that have probably been, seen better days when the island was actually in operation. So what we're gonna do here. Come around here. Oh, there's a microphone in there. So we're just going to run in between these two buildings. And maybe we'll go on this guy first. Then I can get a better position to look around. And there's a couple more military crates. They've definitely dialed back the loot in this game since I originally started playing it. And it's made the game more challenging. It's kind of frustrating though, because when you're looking for stuff, you're not really finding the things that you're looking for. But on the other hand, this is a survival game, so the odds of you getting what you want in a situation like this are probably not really there. So I guess there's some accuracy in that. A grinding stone, a tool used for sharpening blades and weapon tools. I must be able to fix my knife with this. I've never seen this before. Let's check this out. Repair all. Okay, so that must be what that is for. That's kind of cool. Not that knives aren't abundant in this game. So, good to know. We'll finish looting this building and move on to the next building. So, some more soda. I've been having a really difficult time keeping my carbs up in this game since they've refined it a little bit. The more running you do, the more energy you burn. So in that respect, it's pretty accurate. He's on that side, so I'm clicking. Go to this side. Oh, we got a couple tarped crates here. I don't recall if all these were there before, but they're nice. Those weapons flashlights. Other games they work great. This game, they don't really do very much. And nighttime, it's very dark at night in this game now, so it is kind of difficult to see. It's why you won't see me doing too many playthroughs in the night because just, you guys can't see anything, so there's, I really don't see the point. Another can of soda. Let's just drink all this guy right now. Check the metabolism. Every time you throw something, you gain a little bit of experience like that. So. Ooh, that was close. Yeah, that guy almost had my number. But like you said, in the past, it seems like they've kind of turned down the aimbotting in this game, so it makes it a little bit easier. They did turn up the zombies though, so they're a little bit more difficult. This guy's gonna come over here and check me out, so once they have locked onto you though, and they've turned red like that, I mean, they don't really give you too much of a chance the second time. Like, you probably heard him say, "Prisoner, stop, or you can't be here," and then he started shooting at me, which gave me a little bit of warning. I've died a couple times without them saying anything, and it's usually after I've agitated them the first time, so, buyer beware, and know that, it's probably a better strategy just to not, try to entice the mechs in this game. Unless that's, what you're going for. You'll see in, one of my previous videos, I entice one of the mechs to the side of the building so I can run around the other side and trick him into thinking that I'm in a place that I'm not, but, that is, specific to your situation. So, another area that didn't really seem to have very much. Yeah, nothing. Where's that guy? So we're gonna run over here into this building, just so I can cross over into that other building. And there's a lot of drink here today. It's okay if you're dehydrating, but I'm alright, so. And we'll just wait here for the heat to die down a little bit. One thing that I'd like that, they didn't really, they turned down, which I'm not, the biggest fan of, is, it doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of, puppets in this area, and before, there used to be a whole lot of puppets in this area. I don't know if I'm in the best location. What I basically need to happen here is the mech on that side to the north needs to walk by so I can run into that building right there. It sounds like he's getting to the area we need him to be. So we'll give him a second, let him go by, and then we'll walk and try to breach that other area. And try to do it before that guy over there notices us through the window, because, that's just my luck, so. Okay, there he goes. I like to loot this from the back forward, so this is how I'm going to go about doing it. I'm sure other people do it a different way. In the past, they used to find stuff in here. Put those in there, put those in there. Just a little bit more space before we go into the area that fundamentally could have some stuff. So, probably ask why I'm not grabbing the advanced lockpicks. I suck at it. I'm not like the best at it, and I'm not very patient when it comes to lockpicking. So I've just learned to play with my strengths versus my weaknesses. And the patience of lockpicking is definitely where other people live, because I don't know. I have kids, so maybe I just don't have enough time to get on and play, where I'd like to spend an hour refining my skills on lockpicking. As soon as this guy walks by here, we'll go get those crates. Find a lot of cigarettes in this game. I think that they get like, it's strange because they have really no need in the game for it. Like, whether you smoke or you don't smoke, you know, that's a different argument. But it seems like they're in this game, and I heard that it was, you know, it was a bad like thing to do, so they didn't make it so you can. I don't know. I like to travel a lot, and I've seen a lot of the parts of the world, and people deal with smoking kind of differently depending on like what country you're in. You know, it has different stigmas in different countries, and you know, I'm a Canadian, so yeah, like here it's, you know, not looked upon in the best light, even though when I've had a couple drinks, I've been known to partake in the occasional cigarette. So you know, is it the worst thing in the world? Probably not, but you know, everybody has their hill to die on, I guess, when it comes to the things that they let, you know, be the cause that they run to. So yeah, I just feel I got bigger hills to die on than bitching at people about smoking. So and see, just like that, I'm stuck back here. I don't think they'll come in here. I don't think. But, yeah, I don't think they can walk past those things in the front. But he's tuned on to me. I pissed him off earlier, right? So he, you know, kind of has it out for me, which is, you know, fine. There's a lot of mechs in here, so like you said though, I was watching another streamer, and they made a video about a different monument, and when I was watching them, they were talking about how that they felt that this was one of the more difficult monuments. And to be truthful, when I first bought the game, this was the first monument I found, so it's kind of the one that I knew the best, if that makes sense. And it's kind of cool, you know. This monument here's got multiple floors. It's you know, got an interesting layout, which is cool. take you guys to some interesting places and you know, show you why I like the monument. It's not really giving me the best loot at the moment, but you know, that's okay, because like you said, it's kind of been turned down, so not the worst thing in the world. Let's check out these. So that was pretty much a total bust. Yeah, that's okay though. There's a lot of places to go in here. Hopefully we find something cool. Maybe, you know, we find an interesting gun. But guns for me have been few and far between. Like finding them, I'd recently found a shotgun in a police station on my way over here to make this video. But oh, I hear some puppets out there, so maybe there's a little bit more. Maybe it depends on the day. Maybe I came in here, it was pretty sunny out, so maybe it was like early, you know, early afternoon, the sun was out, and maybe zombies don't really like the sun is kind of what I'm gathering. Let's go get those shotgun shells that are over there. Yeah, when I first started playing this game, they had like zombies on the roof and, you know, lots. Now it seems pretty quiet in here, which is kind of making it a little less challenging. Did we get this one? I can't remember. Yeah. How could we not? We're loot goblins, right? So, I mean, we'll find some more stuff up here. Maybe we won't find anything though. Just because the boxes are here doesn't mean that there'll be good loot to be found. So sometimes you find stuff in these cardboard boxes too. So you know, the game's getting better where it's kind of like not letting you overlook, you know, small things like that. Because look at, I found these night vision glasses in a box down there. They're pretty cool, you know. They're not like the easiest thing to find. There are some really rare things in this game that like you may never come across or see. Like there's a World War II German military helmet that I've never seen that really since I first bought the game. I came across it one time when I was playing with one of my friends, like, I don't know, maybe a year ago. So, you know, there's some stuff out there. There's a golden Desert Eagle that they released with the game. There was a reason, and I can't remember why they made a golden, it's like a 50 cal, and I think it had to do with a birthday event or something like that, and they're supposed to be really rare, so if you find these items, you know, hold on to them, because they're not so easy to find. There's probably some guns in this game that I've just never, you know, never really come across. Just getting down here is always interesting. Okay. What's that? Oh, well, it's a helmet, but not the one that I need. Looks like we gotta pee really bad, so let's take care of that before we go to the next area. Yeah, like you said, you know, the factory's got some cool places to go see, so you know, there's lots of areas to duck and hide under, and I find it like not that difficult to avoid the mechs. We are going over here. Sorry, it just took me a second to remember where the good loot is. So we just creep down here so no one can see us. Still not finding anything all that ultra fantastic though. I'm thinking, like, you know, when you come to a monument, you may walk out of it finding like one decent gun, you know. It, but like then again, like, you know, asking ourselves, is that realistic? Well, yeah, that probably is. I think depending on like where you're at though. Should a factory have a lot of weapons in it? Well, maybe if it was a military factory, but if it's like just a normal factory, well, maybe not. Should the airfield? I don't know. That depends on the type of airfield it is. Is it a military airfield? But, you know, I'm kind of looking at some places like the prison, which is a place I'll probably do another video on later, and I'm thinking like that place should be full of weapons. Oh, speaking of a puppet, there's one. How that mech pass, we can just go over here, through the bathroom, up into the bathroom. There's a few different ways I go about doing this, so I'm just kind of contemplating in my mind, you know, which is the best way to get to the building next to us. I could go back up, or I can stay down. You know, too, I'm sure there are other people that, you know, do the factory completely different than me, and hey, you know what, that's fine, that's like the variety of a game, right? So, you know, if you have a better way of doing it, and you know, want to share that, then, you know, leave a comment down below in the comment section. You could help me become a better player, which is, you know, ultimately kind of my goal with what this is I think that I become a better player by watching other people, and I'll take 12 arrows when I find them, but not usually one. So, not much in here. Some duct tape and a couple other. Trying to figure out which direction this goes. No, he's coming back this way. It's when he walks to the east is when I want to make my move. So, seen that other mech come around the corner? These buildings are hard to hide from mechs in. I had another video where I just like couldn't get him off of me because I was in one of these, so we'll see. Hopefully he just doesn't come to a place where you can see me very well. And yeah, could be I don't know. Does it sound like he's engaging? Kind of sounds like they're walking away. So what we want to do is make it into this building here. And like I said, I could have went back up and I could have crossed that way. Maybe that would have been better. I'm not, you know, like, there's a couple ways to get around here. Like the first way that I started like doing this monument, I've kind of changed my entrance point and like where I come in because of, you know, encountered new things that I think are, better. So, but like I said, other people could have better things, and I may not go to every single location in here because some things just haven't yielded anything good when I've gone there. Like trying to get up the giant tower, it's kind of a pain in the butt because I've died a bunch of times, and every time I do get up there, I don't find anything. So, am I gonna go up there? Nah, probably not. Maybe they've done a better job of optimizing some of the stuff that you find in those locations, though. Like maybe maybe that's where all the good, sniper weapons are, like the SVDs and the, I can't remember what the big gun's called. Let's grab a drink of water. But I've had trouble coming across some weapons that I used to come across quite a bit of. I'm not finding any M1 rifles. I'm not finding any see, this one's okay because you're kind of blocked by this house. I'm not finding any M1 rifles. I'm not finding any Kar 98s. I haven't found a single SVD since I've started playing again. Get up there. Okay, so I could go back up on that house, or I could go up that way. I need to go up that way, so we're gonna come back out here. Double check. Never hurts to double check. Let's try not to piss that guy off. And there's usually a ladder hatch. Okay, we should be able to time this well. So, the trick to this is determining which direction this guy's walking, which I think he's going to the west, which is where we want. I want that other mech to not notice me. Hopefully I'm far enough away. Don't get shot, don't get shot, don't get shot. Okay, so that made him pretty unhappy, but it worked out. And sometimes in this game you just gotta take a risk, so that's kind of how this works. We're gonna check this area right here and see what we got, and that'll be pretty much it for this building. Some shotgun shells, which will be great. I can always use shotgun shells, especially now that we have a shotgun. Fantastic weapon for taking out zombies. Yeah, so we got back in the building. I like to make my videos about half an hour long, and that's kind of where we're at right now. So, in saying that, let's piss off that mech one more time before we end this video. I'd just like to thank everybody for tuning in. There's going to be a part 2 to this video because there are some other areas in here that I do like looting. So tune in for the next video. I hope everybody has a fantastic day. Remember, like, share, subscribe, tell your friends about us, and yeah, have a great day. Talk to you later. This is Styles from the Northside Game Crew. Later.